I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil. What do we do?
So it's Halloween night, and I've just been sitting here watching horror movies, and I'm pretty much just stalling and waiting. For what? I don't know. I guess for Michael Myers to come and force me to play the Halloween video game for the Atari 2600. I don't know, I just keep getting that feeling, and maybe I'm just being paranoid, but you know what? In fact, why don't I just put the mask on, you know? If I could ever even unlatch it. See, no, I'm Michael Myers. What am I gonna do? Force myself to play the game? I got nothing to worry about. Anyway, it's Halloween night and... What the...
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Disclaimer, if you've never seen Halloween 3 Season of the Witch like 98% of the human population, well, you probably don't know what the fuck just happened. That is all. Hello! My favorite horror movie franchise of all time is Halloween, and tonight we're gonna play the only video game for it, Halloween on the Atari 2600. There are a handful of really shitty horror-based video games, but honestly, this one is one of the more decent ones. Or at least more playable ones, I guess you could say. In 1978, Halloween was a huge success when it hit the theaters. At the time of its release, it was the best slasher film as of that point, and in my opinion, this movie still holds up as one of the best slasher films of all time, as it immediately launched a franchise. But when video games became a big deal in the early 1980s, it was only a matter of time before a video game company would decide to turn the beloved slasher hit into a game, and it happened 5 years after the movie's release, in 1983. Now, one thing that I should mention before we even start is that this is actually a really hard game to even come by. It was super limited at release, so nowadays you can really only find it on like eBay for around, I don't know, $300. Plus the game practically looked like a bootleg on release, so I mean, what's even the point of having the actual game? I obviously don't own it, but that's not going to stop us from playing it. Follow me. Yeah, we're gonna have to play the game on an emulator. But don't worry, we won't be playing it on the keyboard. We are ready. Okay, so Halloween on the Atari 2600. So in this game, you play as the babysitter who is Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie. The main point of this game is really just to get away from Michael Myers and avoid him while trying to save the kids that you're babysitting and keep them away from him as well. Now, one thing that I've heard some people say about this game that is disappointing is that you don't get to play as the killer. Why do people want to play as a psychopathic murderer trying to kill the babysitter? To be quite honest though, that would be more fun. I should mention the music real quick. It's pretty cool that you have the actual Halloween theme by John Carpenter in the game, but it gets real repetitive real fast. You'd think that they would have variations of different score from the movie rather than just the same theme over and over. The graphics are pretty decent for the Atari 2600 though. I mean, I've seen games with better graphics that were released at the time, but they're not horrible for the console it was released on. The one complaint with the graphics that I do have though is the house design. There's no fucking detail. It's so basic. First of all, the floor plan is massive. It goes on for miles, like holy shit, it's endless. Yet there's no furniture. It's like the owners moved all the furniture out of the house. Do you see any furniture? I sure as fuck don't. The rooms look pretty horrible too. The walls look like shit, and who the hell has green carpet in their house? The walls change color a ton too. There's practically a room in the house for every color of the rainbow. I mean, look at that shit. Also, every now and then in certain rooms, the lights will go out like some jackass is just in the corner flicking the lights on and off to fuck with you.
Nosferatu!
So like I said, you're just running around the house, babysitting like 500 kids it seems, and every now and then Michael Myers will come out swinging his knife around like he's an audio animatronic from a Disneyland ride or something. Now, Michael Myers can kill you, which is basically how you lose a life. Or wait, a pumpkin, I guess. So Laurie better get away because she only stores so many damn pumpkins on her. And you gotta feel bad, I mean, what an asshole. She just wants to carve some pumpkins with the kids, and she has this jackass chasing after her. What a dick. I do think it's unique that the lives are displayed with jack-o'-lanterns though, as that's the key element of the intro to the movie. So that's pretty damn cool. By the way, Michael can kill the kids, but apparently that doesn't matter because it doesn't do anything. But when you save the kids, you get points. So that's really the only way that you achieve anything in the game. And the only way to fight off Michael is with a crowbar or something that you can beat his ass with. Why didn't they ever try that in the movies? I mean, they did it in the game. Oh shit, wait. My god, this movie is trash. And to think that I actually forgot about that abomination of a movie for a quick second. But yeah, you can attack him, which makes him run off. Yeah, run off. That's actually something that you will never see in a Halloween movie. Michael Myers running. Before I end off this review, I gotta show you something hilarious. If you're a sick fucker, that is. You can get decapitated. That's right, when Michael kills you, he decapitates you. Now I gotta say, that seems extremely ballsy for a game released on the Atari back in the 80s, but it is a rewarding thing to watch. Probably the most fun that you'll have in the whole game, to be honest. Something that really blows my mind though is the fact that kids can be decapitated too. The kids! That's sort of fucked. I mean, Skyrim is less than 10 years old and you couldn't even kill kids in that game. So that's Halloween for the Atari 2600. Although there's some weird stuff in it, it's a decent game and it's not that bad, and obviously it's a hell of a lot better than A Nightmare on Elm Street. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little review, and more importantly, I hope you enjoy your Halloween night. Trick-or-treating, partying, baking up some freshly good sweets, bullying kids in the street, watching horror movies, however you spent this delightfully spooky holiday, I hope it was worth it. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you all a little later.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east.
Have a question, comment, or concern? Or maybe you just want to know more about upcoming videos? Check me out and follow me on Twitter for exclusive updates and more. Hello everybody, thank you for watching the newest episode of the Retrospect Lounge. If you missed either of the previous 2 episodes, check those out. Click the video on the left to see a game review of Lost via Domus. and on the right, it's a game review of A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's quite the frightening time.